Oh yeah. I said we back in the game. We got something for y'all. I said we back in the game. We got something for y'all. I got a few of them with me today. They said they want to come out. They said they want to come out today.
Nah.
I got a few of them with me.
Goodness.
You know what I'm saying? They say, hey, we got something to talk about. You feel me? Do you feel me?
Pay attention, you bastards.
I love
Damn,
that.
Do you
son, where'd you
feel
find this?
me?
Easy. Walk with your
Let's
boys.
get it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Today's an interesting conversation, right? It's an interesting conversation because we got a huge Aaliyah fan with us,
Mm-hmm.
and it ain't Jody Joe.
Yeah.
I say it
Oh,
ain't.
oh,
It ain't Jody Joe.
yeah. Oh, I love her too. I love her too. So
You know, so we got a huge fan with us and with us today. Can you introduce yourself to people
Oh my
for people who don't know?
goodness.
yeah.
People who don't know.
Chanel.
Okay. Now we want to dive into this to this Aaliyah. As y'all seen the title, if you didn't see the title, was Aaliyah's death planned? So we diving into it. Was Aaliyah's death planned? Make sure y'all getting them comments and let us know. Was
Oh
the
my
death
goodness.
My old
planned?
Aaliyah picture from middle school.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
So much talent.
because we've been hearing a lot. Was it planned? Did it just did it just happen? Was it just wrong place, wrong time type thing? You know, so let's dive into this.
I don't really think it was, but okay.
Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
Shockingly, this pilot was not certified to fly the ill-fated plane.
Barry, when Aaliyah died for a wrongful death, he got paid $90 million for her death.
They killed her. And that's what I've been saying. They killed her.
Who was that?
That was,
There is no doubt.
Yeah, who was saying they killed her?
I think Damon Dash.
In my mind
Wait.
that Aaliyah was murdered.
Yeah. I never heard him say that before.
What?
Well, Damon Dash already thinks that they killed her.
Oh yeah, I never.
And if there's an interview, if you ever used to watch 106 in Park, Jody,
Mm-hmm.
there's an interview with Mary J. Blige saying after her death, Mary J. Blige out of her mouth, hey, why would you do that? Why would you like wipe it this way on somebody
No, I was trying to. It's
when I'm sitting
a little
here?
bitty spot.
No,
It's a little
don't
bitty
do
spot.
that.
Well, no.
The heck? Just I was trying to kill it. Messed up everything.
What a little
Like,
ant
why
gonna
would you do?
I was trying to push it this
Just be
way.
quiet. She said that it was a murder. Straight out of Mary J. Blige's mouth on
Are you
106
serious?
Park, she said it was a murder.
Mm.
She said it shouldn't have went down that way. That's
Oh,
what Mary
whoa.
J. Blige said out of her mouth about
Damn.
Aaliyah's whole plane crash.
Oh wow.
That is damaging. I mean, I was reading on people's there was a couple of things. Number one, wait, who did he say that got the money? I mean, that's the very beginning
The
of
uncle.
that. The uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Whose
Aaliyah's
uncle?
Aaliyah's uncle.
Got 90 mil. Who's Aaliyah's uncle? Did anybody? I don't know. I have to look.
He was one of her managers or something.
What? Because, well, when I looked it up a little bit, trying to do a little research on like people.com. The one thing they said the pilot had some cocaine in his system. He had alcohol, and which them ain't good flight buddies, okay? And then that they were overly weighted with luggage. So that
Yeah.
little Cessna plane ain't ain't for, you know. And then also Damon Dash, she told Damon, I don't want to fly. I don't want to get on this plane. I don't like flying. I definitely don't like
Somebody said that where she was like she had dreams of like dying in a car in a plane accident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And she was like kicking and screaming. She was like, I don't want to go on this plane. I don't want to go on this plane. You know, so
yeah. And then Dane was like, don't. You don't have to get on. She's like, yeah, but I got work to do. You know what I mean? And so, and then another thing is that I guess Hype Williams, Lenny Kravitz has sent her a jet. And I guess Hype Williams he shoplifted that jet and he got on it, put her on the little, you know what I'm saying, the little Cessna, the little luggage plane, man. But let's see what's cracking. Let's see what's up. What they talking about.
get into it.
By her own team. Why did Hype Williams move her music video shoot from Miami to the Bahamas, where she ultimately died from an accidental plane crash, which should have never been an accident in the first place because Lenny Kravitz sent a private plane to Aaliyah, which Hype Williams took from her. And of course, her abusive uncle, Barry Hankerson, took no blame for this accident because he went to the court and told them 4 days before they went to the Bahamas that if anyone were to get hurt, that he doesn't want to be held liable. He wants to take zero responsibility. So we've got a bunch of sketchy men who are organizing a music video shoot to take place in the Bahamas without valid transportation. The plane that Aaliyah died in wasn't even made for passengers. It was a cargo plane. The pilot was on cocaine and alcohol, and Aaliyah wasn't even conscious when she was brought onto the plane. So who is at fault here? Because Aaliyah deserves justice. So let's get into it.
There is hair in the food. Hair in the food, bro. Hair in the food. Okay. Listen, I don't know who Barry is. Again, this is all my
That's the
opinion.
uncle. Yeah,
I know. I ain't got no facts. I don't have no facts. As we're reading and listening, whatever. But hold on, Barry. Why Barry go? They said Barry made a beeline 4 days before this all happened. It was like, look, something go down. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The only people that do that is somebody that feel like something ain't right. You know, whether they know something or not. But come on, man, that's crazy.
No,
you know what I mean?
For
And
real.
then why wasn't she conscious when she got on the plane?
They drugged her up.
They said because she was so scared to get on that they gave her like some sleeping pills or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
now,
yeah,
I understand that. You know, some people, they may take a little bit, like a couple of shots of Hennessy or something and be like, I'm about to crash, or some, you know, them bars and Xannies or whatever. Some people they so afraid of flying, they be like, I can't even be awake when I get on the plane. But man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Something ain't right, Dre. What y'all think?
There ain't no job. Yeah,
we
don't
all
seem
thought
right.
that, like something wasn't right from the beginning, but no one was ever able to figure it out, and no one is still it's still questionable. And I don't think they're ever going to figure. I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to figure it out or solve it.
I think they've been solved and figured it out. I think that paycheck said, I mean, you know what I mean? Like how Pac and Biggie come, you know, we didn't never think that was going to be figured out. They was holding on to evidence for a while, waiting for the right time. When that money run out, when that money get thin, people start saying, you know what? You know, maybe I do know a little bit more than I said before, you know. So
So on August 25th, 2001, we lost Aaliyah in a plane crash, which was deemed an accident, but I believe that her death was a wrongful death because
that nigga look crazy, by the way.
I was about to say.
That nigga said,
he says,
I believe that her death, like nigga, hold on, man, hold on. You might have something to do with it. Hold on.
First of all, I got
My bad. I know this is a serious situation. I'm just saying, niggas looking. I just don't know.
Say it with your chest.
Nigga, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Why you looking like that, man? Hold on. Let me go.
plane accident wasn't an accident at all. So Aaliyah was traveling, filming a music video when she passed away. This man, Hype Williams, actually moved the shoot to the Bahamas when they were already filming in Miami and using a green screen. Some people believe that this was a ploy to get Aaliyah traveling on her own because she's usually with her brother or her mother while she's traveling to shoot, so they could get her to the Bahamas and avoid the additional family members. This man, Hype Williams, is also connected to another artist named Left Eye, who
Therapy has always been such a scary idea to me because I simply did not know where to get started. I didn't know how to find my person. I did not
who passed away in Honduras when they were on a trip together. So there's something going on with this Hype Williams fellow.
But what I was really more tight about was that I had heard that Lenny Kravitz had offered her a jet and that Hype had took the jet. So that's what really pissed me off about the situation when I heard about that. So you could ask Hype about that.
That's what I said. Have you ever talked to Hype about it?
Yeah.
And how did that conversation go?
Ask him.
Damn.
But I also am asking you.
Yeah, but ask him.
I feel like you had some things to say to him.
So Aaliyah was working with a choreographer named Fatma, which I'm sorry if I mispronounce her name. I listened to about 5 different ways to pronounce this name, and it seems to be Fatma. So Fatma claims that Aaliyah got a phone call stating that Dame was in an accident, which prompted her to leave. At this point, she was dating this man, and she was probably concerned about her boyfriend, so she headed out. But after a warning that the plane was too heavy, she became extremely nervous and didn't want to get on the flight. People had claimed that she was drugged and carried on. This is something we've talked about in a previous video, that Aaliyah was supposedly on some type of medication and just like brought onto the plane. Like she wasn't even conscious. Fatma also took a picture of Aaliyah sleeping on the boat, claiming that she looked peaceful and wanted to capture the moment. Fatma would stay behind, claiming that she wanted an extra day on the island, which she was lucky for that one because she ultimately saved her life. But did she know something that we didn't know? When Aaliyah was out in the Bahamas shooting her music video, Lenny Kravitz actually sent her a private plane, which is very generous. But Hype Williams, the man who moved the shoot out to the Bahamas, took this plane, which is really convenient for him. But it's pretty suspicious that Lenny ever sent this plane in the first place. And when it comes to the plane that Aaliyah took, why was it available for takeoff if it was too heavy? Who approved for it to leave the runway? And the pilot had cocaine and alcohol in his system and a suspended pilot's license.
2 weeks before the crash, Aaliyah's pilot, Luis Morales, had been on the wrong side of the law when he got arrested for possession of crack cocaine and got probation after a traffic stop on July 7th revealed traces of cocaine in his car. The autopsy further revealed traces of cocaine and alcohol. Shockingly, this pilot was not certified to fly the ill-fated plane.
Why was he allowed to fly the plane? It seems like everything that could have gone wrong was going wrong, and there was no regulation. It makes you question who's the person who organized this entire thing, which is Hype Williams. But I do want to briefly give a shout out to a couple of the Twitter accounts that I'm pulling from today. I will link them below because I have talked about this crash before and how I believe it's not an accident, and I found additional information I had to cover on my channel. As I mentioned earlier, Hype Williams ultimately moved the shoot to the Bahamas. And it seemed like he was trying to avoid Aaliyah's family, which her mother and her brother were there for her, but ultimately her family did like sell her off. I want to remind you guys that at some point she was married illegally to R. Kelly, which we have talked all about their relationship before. It is disgusting what he did to her, and thank God there's been somewhat, justice nowadays. I mean, Aaliyah was mentioned in the court hearings when R. Kelly was in trial. So, I mean, justice was served, but Aaliyah isn't with us, and she wasn't able to see this man go down who ultimately stole her innocence from her.
He told me that they were married, that she was pregnant. The reason they got married was because they felt like if he was married to her, and if he said he thought that she was 18, that he wouldn't be charged if someone found out she was pregnant.
R. Kelly's to blame, and her parents.
That's wild.
I don't think she was pregnant, but yeah, she was young. I don't think she was pregnant though.
Wait, she was 18. But that's at 18. He was 27. Is that right? Is that what I saw on that court
Oh, on the thing.
license or whatever?
But yeah, but they said that I think she put like the age on that document wasn't right.
No, she wasn't 18. That's what I'm like. Hold
Yeah.
on.
He had her
Man.
live.
Yeah.
Man, they ought to be shamed, man. But I mean, let's just going back. The Hype Williams, and then also is that Left Eye?
Yeah.
So he was with her when she died too in Honduras. That's what that video said. So he was with two superstars.
So Hype out here doing something. Hype out here doing something.
Dang.
You know what? There was a video of Hype Williams somewhere on YouTube saying the artist that he truly loves working with is Beyonce, which is funny because he was working with Aaliyah back then, and Jay-Z, you know, had a thing for Aaliyah. Supposedly, Damon Dash said Jay-Z had a thing for Aaliyah, but it didn't work out. So then he went with Beyonce and stuff like that. So then Hype Williams was like, the artist that he truly loves working with is Beyonce, and I'm surprised he didn't say Aaliyah.
Oh wow, that's yeah, that's a low blow. I don't know what's in it. I don't know. Hair's in the food though. Man, it's one day. You know what I mean? But
it's gonna come out. It's gonna come
that's
out.
crazy, man. I mean, either you just got bad luck or just I don't know, man.
Or you planning.
God.
Are to blame because it's like they sold her to him. They had a sexual relationship that started when she was 15 and he was 28. They were married and it was later annulled because the marriage wasn't even valid in the first place. But it's a really scary story when you look at her first album that he helped to produce, where she's quoted saying, "Age ain't nothing but a number." R. Kelly was harmful to Aaliyah. He took advantage of her and she left clues behind through her music. Before Aaliyah's passing, she was featured in a film titled Queen of the Damned. This movie had a lot of foreshadowing of how evil the music industry could be. It also had some hints of her death, but I want to focus a little bit about this evil music industry because it kind of goes hand in hand with her family, because her parents sold her off to R. Kelly and her uncle was a big part of her music management. Her uncle's name is Barry Hankerson. He's the founder of Blackground Records and ex-husband of Gladys Knight, who she claims that he is evil. He is a known control freak in the music industry, not allowing artists such as JoJo to have rights to their music. He's also had issues with people like Tony Braxton, and Tony actually ended up suing Barry for $10 million. This guy's just not a good man. I mean, he continued to work with R. Kelly after the allegations of what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah were already out there. He was the one who introduced Aaliyah to R. Kelly, and it was even rumored that R. Kelly had some type of relationship with Aaliyah's mother, which that is like, if there was some type of relationship between Aaliyah's mother and R. Kelly, it's just another whole other section to this story, which is so messy because, like, did the uncle and the mother work together to like kind of like give off Aaliyah to R. Kelly?
Do you want to see how much money you're eligible for? If you were in a car crash within the last 2 years.
Somebody help me. What the heck?
Man, that's a lot. I didn't know all that.
That's a lot. Yeah, I didn't know her uncle used to be married to Gladys Knight.
How come we don't get this type of information on Channel 5 or CNN? I mean, golly. I mean, I ain't never heard this part of the story before. So Gladys Knight's ex-husband.
Yeah, she said he was evil.
That's crazy.
And wait, now I'm trying. And the dude, your boy, the commentator, he said he keeps saying her parents sold her off. Mm-hmm. I mean, he keeps saying that. I mean, I don't know if that's the case again. I'm just saying that's a pretty harsh thing to say, that a parent would sell their kid off. But she was young, and then you did allow her to be in grown folks' business in a situation. Yeah, my kid could be talented, but if you have a young girl that's 14, 15 years old, and you're gonna put her in this in the pool with sharks, you know, and then turn around, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's the situation, but if her uncle was managing her,
Yeah, I felt like a lot of these cats be selling their kids off. Even the parents where the kids was messing with R. Kelly.
R. Kelly,
The other ones, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like how does she even get to a R. Kelly concert?
Yeah, I would never take my child that's 13 or 12 or whatever to an R. Kelly concert.
And then wait, he said that they think that R. Kelly smashed Aaliyah's mom. She's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I heard
whoa.
about that too. Yeah,
What? I'm like, hold on. There is, unfortunately, there is some scandalous people out there. You'd be like, somebody might have enough mouthpiece to bump the mama and the daughter. You'd be like, but hold on, man. Like, this is crazy. But I can see how this little circle, you got Gladys Knight's ex-husband. He's managing, he's behind the scenes, he's connected, he introduces her to R. Kelly. Obviously he knows the family, he knows everybody, you know what I mean? So was there somebody to benefit? I mean, and how could he even allow R. Kelly to even want to get married or mess with her at all? You know, he should have came in, you know what I mean? He's supposed to be her protector, like, no, this is my niece, she's 14 years old. If you don't get away from here, boy, you know what I mean? So you never know. That's sad and sick. You feel me?
No, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
I found Leah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it. As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here. And everything is all good.
But now I want to go back to this accident and the situation with her uncle, because this man is giving me bad vibes. I feel like him and Hype Williams and Lenny Kravitz all worked together to ultimately destroy Aaliyah. I mean, when Barry, her uncle, spoke about this accident, he wasn't looking for justice. I mean, he was quoted saying like, oh, you know, if it wasn't an accident, then let God take care of it. Of course he wants God to take care of it because he doesn't want to be investigated along with these other guys.
If it proves not to be, then the wrath of God will deal with it if it isn't.
You know what, Barry? The wrath of God will deal with you when you reach his gates. But anyways, I want to talk about his role here because remember, he's manager of the year. I mean, he was sued for $10 million. It seems like he's screwed over so many different people. I think this is the most damning thing that I have to show you guys today. So 4 days before they went to the Bahamas for Aaliyah's music video shoot, her uncle and his company Blackground Records went into court and received a some type of demand, some type of waiver to where if there was anything that happened to anyone on set in the Bahamas, that they would not be responsible. Ultimately, her uncle went to the court in New York and said, hey, we've got something going on in the Bahamas. If anyone were to get hurt here, how do we protect ourselves and make sure that we can't be sued or be held liable? And ultimately they came up with this, and this was literally created 4 days before they went to the music video shoot. So it seemed like he knew that something was going to happen in the Bahamas and didn't want his company or anyone to be held accountable. And literally this complaint brings up the fact that if anyone were to die, he would not be at fault. His company would have no damages sustained if someone were to pass away, which seems like a huge waiver to have. Why does his company have this power, and why did they prepare this before this shoot where the main star passes away?
Barry, when Aaliyah died for a wrongful death, he got paid $90 million for her death. Am I supposed to say that on TV? For $90 million for her death.
Was that just for his rights or whatever he owned?
what she would have been able to make if she hadn't have died.
Ultimately, this complaint right here, this contract, this situation that he filled out is just like, in my mind, like a confession. Like, this is him pretty much stating that there's going to be something happening at this music video shoot and we're not going to be held for negligence. So there's a lot of mystery here, and honestly, in my mind, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around it and figure it out. Like, it's hard for me to conceptualize like the timeline of how all of this happened, and I feel like there needs to be some deep like documentary series into like exactly what happened and pulling all the paperwork forward and really investigating Blackground Records for their involvement in this. I mean, I have to include a video clip that I found where pretty much Aaliyah's production stage manager is screaming they killed her. This was back when she passed away, and this person was just out in the crowd claiming that they took her life.
They killed her. And that's what I've been saying. They killed her. She went to a show now. They were all over the place. Playing decent.
Will justice ever be served for Aaliyah? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think so, but in some ways, maybe. I mean, I think the situation with R. Kelly is a form of justice, but I would hope that we would understand more about this plane crash before everyone just like passed away, because I do feel like there's something out there that points to who is exactly at fault here. I mean, is it Lenny Kravitz? Like, why did he send that plane in the first place? Is it her uncle? I mean, this man seems like he's a bad guy and he's ruthless. And if her mother was hooking up with R. Kelly, I mean, did she even really care about her in the first place either? So here's my
Gladys on the phone.
Man, for real.
Let's get Gladys on the phone. Gladys, listen, Gladys. Hey, if somebody know if somebody know the actions of a person, it's always the wife or the husband, right? Then she would know darn well if he's capable of that type of behavior. But from what you hear, I mean, the thing is, like, paperwork. You went 4 days down to the city and or whatever you went and got, and $90 million. Now, at first, I had to go back when he said, something, let God, deal with that and handle that. First, I was like, maybe he just saying, like, look, if y'all did have something to do with it, everybody gonna get touched. Maybe I thought that maybe he was just saying, but I'm just saying, man, like, this is it's too much. It's too many things that is just pointing to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, we love you, Aaliyah. And
rest in peace. Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
Yes.
So somebody gonna pay, either on earth or in heaven. Somebody gonna get up there and they gonna be like, nope. Hey, Aaliyah, you want these fools in here? Nope. All right, bye. You gotta go. You don't get up there and think you done made up. Nope. They gonna be like, nope. Aaliyah said you ain't coming in.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, for real.
That's crazy, man.
Man, well, rest in peace to a legend.
Absolutely.
Someone who really took the world by storm, for real.
Yeah.
It inspired me.
Yeah.
I gotta say one thing too, but Lenny Kravitz with the plane, I mean, it seemed like he's like, man, these guys is cheap, man. Let me send her. He probably liked her a little sick.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah.
I think he's genuine. He's like, man, these guys ain't about to. Let me treat her like a superstar she is. Hey, why don't you take my plane? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy over here narrating, he's saying his own thing right here. But for me, I'm looking at it a little bit different than that. I'm thinking Lenny's like, man, let me look out for little sis. She a superstar. She's beautiful. I want her to have the best,
Yeah.
And the other fools is just selfish, and I don't know. It is what it is at this point,
For real. Well, till next time, y'all. Till next time, we got another one in. But again, as always, get in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure I want y'all opinions as well. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about it?
Please.
Because we want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Was it Lenny? Was it the uncle? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was it hype? You know what I mean? Was it just an accident? But I think that it's definitely up for discussion because you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody,
you know, for that to randomly happen.
Yeah. Let's go.
Man.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all watching. We appreciate y'all getting up in here. We'll talk to y'all till next time.
Peace.
Peace.